Recording. Hello, February 4th. Welcome to Pilates Mat. Let's begin with the ball behind our upper back, just to open up the rib cage a little bit. Sorry, I disappeared there for a second. So we're gonna go here, hold the head, start small on your inhale. Exhale, small curl. Inhale back. These start to get bigger as you repeat the repetitions. We'll do two more. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, lift the chest, grab your thighs, come up to seated. Take the ball away and place it in between your knees. We're going to go to tabletop legs. If your thighs get tired, you can always let your knees bend here. Otherwise, we're up in tabletop. You're gently hugging the ball with your inner thighs. Arms reach the ceiling. Breathe in, exhale, head and shoulders come up. And we'll do our hundreds. Try to breathe in 5 counts and out 5 counts. Opening up the back ribs for your breath. Last set. Head down. I'm sorry I wasn't counting, but that felt like 100 to me. Arms over your head. We're going to do a roll up, legs out straight. Lift the ball as if it had some weight to it, and it'll help you come up to seated. Are we ready? Let's go. Always takes a couple of these to get going, right? Inhale, exhale, move forward. I'm going to do 3 with pointed feet and 3 with flexed feet. Good. We'll flex this time. Overhead inhale. Exhale, move up to seated. 2 more. On this next one, we'll leave the ball down by our right foot. Good. Go ahead and place your left heel on the top of the ball. Roll back down. Lift up your right leg. Point the toe and lower. Lift 5 times. 2. So we're pressing down on the ball with the left ankle and heel, which will activate the hamstrings on that side. Hold here. Let's do a little crossover. Hip will come up. And then we'll just open slightly to the side. Not huge. Crossover. Open. So pelvis stays level on the floor. 1 more. When you open, not when you cross. Now we're going to make some ovals, some footballs. So we're going to come across, down, out to the side, and up and around. All the while pushing on the ball with that opposite leg. Good. Let's reverse those. Inhale, exhale, cross over. 2. 3, hands are flat, offering some assistance. Good. Pull that knee into the chest. Turn the knee out to the side, right into the armpit. Bring it back into the center and extend it out. Switch the ball over to the other foot. So now the front leg will have the ball, or the right leg, and the back leg will come up and down, or the left. Push down, opening the hip on the long leg. Last time, leave it up. Cross over. Open. 3 times. Cross. This hip stays down. Cross. And open. Give me those ovals or the shape of a football. Who's watching this weekend the bloody massacre of football that it's become? 2, 3. I love football, don't get me wrong. 4. Good. Hug your leg. Turn it out to the side slightly so it goes into the armpit. Bring it back in. Good. And then extend the leg out. Pick up the ball with your feet. Put it in your hands. Keep your legs bent as you roll up to seated. Hold the ball in between your thighs and your chest. Okay? So you can go behind the thighs. So the ball's like, it's not actually in between your legs. It's between the thighs and your chest, right? So you're gonna hug it there. And we're gonna roll like a ball here, but don't go all the way back to start. So just tip back a little bit and then come back up, feet rest. Exhale, tip back. Woo! I lost it. Come back up. Inhale, exhale, tip back. I went too far. Come back up. Exhale, tip back. Hold the ball. Don't let your legs move. Ah! Okay, so now we're gonna roll. You're gonna inhale back, exhale to get up. Okay? So take a breath in. Let's see if this ball will stay here. Inhale back. Inhale back. 2 more, back. Back's feeling pretty round for me today. Sometimes it just goes like clunk, clunk, clunk. Today it's feeling pretty good. Okay, so now we're gonna switch the ball option. You don't have to. You don't even have to use the ball if you don't want to. You can put it behind your thighs. So now you really can't kick your legs. So you're gonna hug the ball against your thighs, hold the front of your shins, find your ball shape, inhale back, exhale up. Let's see if we can do this. Yes, back. 2. 2 more. 1 more time. Balance here. Take the ball away, put it behind you, and roll back into it. Oh, is it going to be there for me? Yeah, nice, it is. Feet down, adjust so that it's kind of supporting your upper back. So this would, if you were doing hundreds, right, you'd be here. So that would be a really nice high 100, right? The ball helps you stay up in that 100 position. All right? Hold your head, feet down, over the back 3 times. 2. 1 more time. So we're going to cruise through this series pretty quickly, okay? Leg in. So now you're assisted by the ball in this upper body position. Single leg stretch, switch. 5, going to 8, 6, 7, 8. Feet down, hands behind the head. Roll back. Curl up. Feel free to adjust the ball, guys. You don't have to stay in that one place. You can move around, experiment with where it is to see if you like it somewhere else, right? Maybe a little higher, maybe a little lower. Just make it work for you, right? Maximum engagement of the core. Hug the shins. Reach. Tuck. Again. Tuck. Inhale, exhale. 2, exhale. 1 more time. Out, in, exhale. Feet down, hands behind the head. Over the ball. 3 times. 2. Moving that spine around. Bring it up. Pick up single straight leg stretch. Hold anywhere along the leg that works for you. Probably not behind the knee joint, either calf, thigh, or ankle. And switch. Stay against the ball. That's the hard part because the legs are long. They're going to want to pull you away. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Bend your legs. Hands behind the head, over the back. We're going to go to crisscross and then we'll jump to single straight leg or double straight leg stretch. So curl up, crisscross, twist a little bit side to side. So because you're on the ball, that motion is going to be pretty limited. Lift, twist, 2, 3, breathe, 6, 2 more, 7, woo, 8, yes. Feet down, head and shoulders over the back. Notice how your ball moved a little bit closer to your head because that twisting pushes it around. Grab your thighs, come up to seated. Double straight leg stretch. Whew. Stay here just for a moment. A lot of upper back work that we just did. Really broad across the back of the shoulder blades here. Tabletop legs, ball between the ankles. Hold the head. Elbows are slightly narrow, but not closed above over your eyes. Curl up. Knees stay bent as you touch and lift. 3 of these. I would suggest inhale down, exhale up. If you want to try straight legs, I wouldn't go all the way, about halfway. Inhale. 1 more time. And then find somewhere between that super straight leg and the super bent knee and see if we can go to the floor for 3. Inhale down, exhale. 1 more. And relax. So on that exercise, your spine is gonna flex and bend. It's very challenging to try to keep the spine flat when your legs are moving like that. All right, feet into the floor, lift the hips, ball underneath the sacrum. So you don't want to be at the tailbone all the way at the bottom, and you don't want to be in your lower back, right? So you're somewhere in between those 2 spots. And the more air there is in your ball, the more unstable it is. Just letting you know. My ball's got a little bit too much air in it. Okay, so we're going to go with a tabletop leg, and we're going to take the arms to the side, and we're going to slowly twist the hips, well, actually the knees, side to side. And you want to try and keep from moving too much down here, right? So it's kind of like a twist of the knee, right? It's not really a side to side, because your feet will go the opposite way of your knees to keep you still on the top. Let's do that again. Little twist. See if you can feel all this activity down here while you're doing this. Elbows up, fingers up. So now you have half the length of your arm on the floor. 1 more time. Wee. Good. Hug your legs. Take your front leg or your right leg and stretch it out over your head. If you can, as straight as you can get it. Opposite leg is going to come here. There's a balance thing happening here. And then we'll switch. Nice little hamstring stretch. Come back to your tabletop position. So we're not tucked into the floor, right? You're opening up the pelvis. Yes? So now the knees are directly over the hips, You're gonna take your right leg and you're gonna go off to the side and come back in. Left leg off to the side and come back in. Now what you don't wanna do is move the other knee away to keep you balanced. Let's take the lower arm off the floor. Over and back. Over. So you'll notice, right, your elbow starts to push into the floor to keep you still. Still a lot of work down here. One more time, over and back. Now the arms come off the floor. The movement is going to get much smaller and it's going to be very focused here because that's where your stability is going to come from. Over. Inhale over. Whoa. Or exhale over. You try. See what breathing pattern works best for you. I can go pretty far on this front leg, but on this back leg, so different. One more each way. Good. Hug your legs into your chest again. Let's take both legs and stretch them out. Bringing them as close to your head as you can. Some people are super flexible here. You'll be able to get your thighs like on your rib cage. Others no, right? Good. I'm going to adjust my ball and kind of move down a little bit, picking it up. So now I'm going to go into a tuck. And so this is all abs here. I don't want you to move from anywhere else but your tummy muscles, all right? So I'm going to pick up the lower arms, tuck and move your knees towards you. Inhale away. Exhale, tuck. All tummy, no thigh. Let's do it without the hands on the floor. Last two. Then find that level place where your hips are level, right? They're not tucked towards you. Open up the knees, lower down, lift up. Stay in that neutral pelvis. See if you can keep your hands off the floor. There's going to be a tendency to want to tuck your pelvis. Don't tuck. Touch, lift. One more each way. Touch and lift. Touch and lift. Woo, feet down, hips up, ball away. Check that out. Let your legs extend. Good. We're going to roll up to seated for spine stretch forward, saw, and spine twist. We'll see if we're going to do open leg rocker or not. So pull a ball into hand. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, let's flex the feet and roll up to seated. Reach forward and sit up. Good. Legs not super wide like for saw, about half the distance of saw. Feet are flexed, hands on the ball. Press away and lift. Exhale, press away. Inhale. If you push down on the ball a little bit, you'll feel your serratus on the sides. Exhale, press up. Inhale, push away. Two more. One more time. Press and sit up. Legs come together. Feel free to bend your knees if you need to. Okay? We're going to hold the ball in the right hand. Arms out. You're going to twist, twist. 1, 2, center. Twist. 1, 2, center. Twist. Reach, reach, center. Reach, reach. So you have to change hands. Reach, reach, center. Inhale, inhale, exhale. One more each way. Inhale, exhale. Last time. 1, 2, and center. Wide legs for saw. Right hand, press the ball down the inside edge of the leg. Flip the hand over. We talked about this a lot yesterday, right? Where you roll the shoulder forward and you lift the arm. Reach for 3, 2, 1, come back up to seated. Again, reach back, same side. 3, 2, 1, swing that back arm in front. Swing it around, flip it. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, switch sides. Remember to flip the arm when it goes to the back. Reach and 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale, reach. 2 more. Try to keep the feet flexed and reach. 2, 3, and in. Great, let's do a little open leg rocker. We will not use the ball for that because the legs are open and you're not able to hold the ball with open legs. So I'm just gonna go on a little bit of an angle here, and then you're gonna let your knees bend a little bit, grab the back of your thighs and roll back, lifting the legs up. From here, hold the back of your thighs, exhale, straighten the legs as much as you can. So you want to try and balance in this position without moving. Close the legs open. Close the legs open. One more time. Close open. Now we're going to roll. So your inhale back, exhale up, inhale. Try changing your hand position, maybe closer to the ankles. Inhale back. You can pull on your arms a little bit when you go back, which pulls your legs. One more time, back. Hold here. Woo. Legs together, knees bend, come up to seated. Grab that ball. We're going to do corkscrew. It goes between the ankles. Hold the thighs, roll down, lift up the feet. Hold the legs in the air. Feel free to bend the knees if you need to. They don't have to be straight, right? So you're going to tick-tock over to one side, come down just a little bit, around to the other side, and hold. Yes, your hip does come up, which is okay. It's more of a waist exercise than it is a hip exercise, all right? Here we go, over to the other side, down, around, and up. Hands out for stability to the sides. Inhale, exhale, circle. Good, if you want to take away some of your stability, pick up the bottom side of the arms. Inhale, exhale, around. Make the circle bigger to make it more challenging. Inhale, exhale. Here's your last one. And hold. Knees bend, ball comes away. Turn to your side for extension. So we're going in, loosely going in the order of the mat series. The way it was written by Mr. Pilates. Pie and lattes. When you look at it that way, it's much more fun. Okay, so my sternum's on the ball. So you guys move around, figure out what the best place is for your body, right? Let me face this way a little bit. So I'm getting into that extension. I'm allowing the ball to lift my upper back into that extension. My legs do not have to be together. They can be open, which kind of frees up your SI joint a little bit. So go ahead and rock that SI joint a little bit to the sides. Hands next to the shoulders. Inhale, push up. Small exhale, down. So this, now we have to stretch all the muscles we've just been using. Inhale, push up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, push up. How high you push up is completely up to you. Inhale, up. Your hips should be relaxed on the floor. And if this bothers, I know there's some people that this position bothers them. So you can always put some padding underneath your hip bones and your pubic bone so that when you're laying on the floor, it doesn't bother you, right? Lift up. One more time, push into the floor, lift. And come down. So we're gonna rely on the ball for the next exercise. Elbows are gonna lift. You're gonna sweep, breaststroke. Inhale, pull back. Now start to drop the spine. Inhale, lift the spine. Exhale, circle around, inhale. Last two. One more. Pull, elbows down. Bend your leg, 1, 2. Kick, 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 kick. Actively pull up your front abdominal muscles right alongside the belly button. Kick, kick. So it's as if your abs were floating off the floor. Kick, 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 kick. One more set. Lengthen, lengthen your thigh. Lengthen your thigh. Good. Take the ball away. Lay down, bring it behind you. Turn your head one way or the other, whichever way you want. Grip the sides of the balls with your fingers. Bring your legs closer together. Kick the legs for 3, 2, 1. Legs down, lift. Hold the ball while you do this. Turn your head, rest your arms, kick. 1, 2, 3. Lift up. Turn, kick. 1, 2, 3. Lift up. Turn and kick. 1, 2, 3. Lift. Last set. Kick, kick, kick. Lift. One more time. Kick, kick, kick. Lift. And relax. Ball on the floor, child's pose. Come up to seated. And we're going to go into neck pull. Legs are out in front of you. Ball goes about there, I would say. So we're going to test it. Let's make sure that that's where we want it to be, okay? So hands behind the head, elbows closed. Start to tuck and curl back into the ball. That feels like a pretty good space. It's going to really assist me to get back up because I don't have to go all the way to the floor, right? Stay. Stay, ball. Tuck and curl. So active, straight spine, sitting bones, abs into a curled pelvis, making your way to the ball, touch it, and then sit back up. So if you're laying all the way down, to try to get up from the floor with your hands behind your head is quite challenging. So this is neck pull because you are, the name of it, you're pulling on your head. So we're going to stay here in the seated position and we're going to roll forward, elbows to knees or anywhere in that vicinity. And then lift up to straight spine. Let's lean back just a little bit and then tuck and curl into the ball. Inhale here. Exhale, elbows to knees. Inhale, sit up straight. Continue to lean back and then exhale, curl into the ball and go forward. So there's only a 2 breath count here. So here's one of them, inhale. And here's your exhale. Inhale, lift, lean. Exhale, tuck, curl forward. One more time, lift, lean, tuck, curl, and go forward. Good. So we're going to do spine twist now. Okay? We did that already. What am I thinking? All right. Ball back to ankles. Bend your knees, roll down. Place the ball on the floor right between your ankles. Place your right foot on top of the ball. Left foot stays on the floor. I suggest the heel is lower than the toes as opposed to your foot being flat on the top. Your hamstrings will just absolutely be so upset with you. All right, here we go. 5 bridges with the right leg on the ball. Hands down, exhale, lift for 5. 4, don't be shy. Push into the ball more than you push into the floor. 1 more. And then go ahead and switch to the other side. Again, pushing into the ball more than the floor, right? Exhale up. Both legs. Here we go. Heels lower than the toes. Both legs, try to keep your legs together. And lift up. Two more. 4 and 5. Hips down. Pick up the ball. Place it in between your knees. This is going to keep your thighs and your legs organized, and your pelvis is going to move. So your legs and your knees don't twist side to side, okay? Hips lift, up, knees don't move, so squeeze the ball a little bit. Tilt one side of your pelvis towards the floor, drop the hip and push. Drop and push. Good. So you'll be pushing more with your opposite foot. 3 more. 2, 1. Come center, level out the hips. Use your fingers if you're not sure. Drop the opposing hip without the legs moving or the knees moving, and drop that butt cheek down, and then push into the floor with this side. 5, 4, last 2. Yeah. 1, level it out, and come back down. Good. We're going to skip jackknife for sake of the insanity of it. And we're going to go to teaser. All right. Ankles holding the ball, arms up. You're going to roll up to seated and hold that shape. No need to straighten the legs at this point. Inhale, exhale, lift the chest, roll up to seated. Grab your thighs, then maybe think about straightening your legs. And then with control, roll back down. Good. Another one of those. Inhale, exhale, roll up to seated. Hold your thighs, take a breath in. Exhale, maybe straighten your legs. Bend your legs and roll back down. All right, we'll go into straight legs once we're up this time. No holding the thighs unless you need to, which is fine. Exhale, up to seated. Extend the legs. Bend, roll down. You got one more. Exhale up. Extend the legs. Bend and roll back down. Good. We're going to go into side kicks. So you're going to lay on your side. Ball's going to go underneath your side. So we'll take both legs straight and they're coming out in front of you just slightly. I'm leaning on the ball underneath my ribs. I'm going to stay up on my forearm here, but you can come down to your, like this if you want. It's your call. Okay. This leg lifts. Hand here, swing front to back. So you want to try and keep from the hips up, or the waist up, pretty stable. Not a lot of swinging back and forth with your upper body. Stay in front, please. Small circles, 2, 3, 4. Push into the elbow on the floor to keep you stable. 3, 4, 5. Reverse, swing the leg to the back. 2, 3, 4. Reverse, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Feet together, ball away. Lay down. Place the ball in between your ankles. And from this side position, you're going to push into the ball with your top leg. So in this part of the series, in the Joe's series, this is like where instructors take a lot of liberty with the exercises. Because basically in his series, he just does legs, that's it, then you're done. Then you move on. So we'll take both legs, squeeze the ball together between the two legs, and then lift. 4, 5, 6. I'm going to try not to use that hand. 8. Good. I'm going to tuck my knees in, roll to my back, and then we're going to see if we can make our way around to the other side. All right, so no touching the ball. So roll to your back, tuck your legs in, hold your thighs, come up to seated, turn around, and roll back down. And we'll start with this one. Okay, legs are straight out. Squeeze the ball from the top. 2. Another thing I love about Pilates is you only do a certain number of exercises, a certain number of times. Now both legs lift. Now use this hand. 5, 6, 2 more. 7 and 8. Good. Grab the ball. Come up. Find that support with the ball under your ribs. Okay, either forearm or go down, whichever one you like better. Straight legs, come forward, lift the top leg and swing. Hand here. So we're getting into the more challenging part of the series. The exercises get harder as you get towards the end. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 6. So we're going to go into plank. 9, 10. And leg pull. We're going to do leg pull front and leg pull back. Okay? So flipping over, hands and knees. So when you do the quadruped in Pilates, we do that a lot, right? We do this stuff, and that's just kind of a way to take up space. Normally in this series, you go right into the plank. So, but because not everybody is strong enough to do plank, you don't always just pop right into this, all right? So let's step back one leg, then the other. Hold your position, lift a leg, lift a leg. We're gonna do this 5 times. You're alternating. Push the floor away from you. 4, 5. Good. Down to the knees, getting off your arms. Good. Now, if we were doing the real series, we would, from plank, flip over to the other side. But we're not going to do that. Not today. Otherwise, we're just going to turn around. We're going to bring the hands to the side. So you'll notice in Pilates, there's a ton of shoulder stabilizing stuff. A ton of that. I'm going to bring the ball up next to my hips here so that when I come back, I'm kind of leaning on it. Bend the knees, lift, tiny lift so I can still feel the ball. Just stabilize there. Push the floor away and then come back down. Okay? Ball really is of no use to you at this next point, so that's going to go off to the side. All right? So options are straight legs or bent legs. So let's experiment with straight legs. You're not going to lift up very high. Longer lever, more work, right? That's straight legs, yes? So you don't really get to use your feet much. This is bent legs. Lift, lift, right? Much bigger range of motion with a bent knee because you can use the floor. I think that's enough up there. Come on back down. Let's keep the hips down, stay in the shoulders. You're gonna lift the right leg 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch it. Combination of thigh and abdominals doing the work. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Come around forward. All right, ball's gonna go behind you this time. Legs are gonna be bent. Okay? Arms to the side. Feel free to hold your head if needed. Okay? Legs up. Twist. I have to really actively draw my head forward to stop from feeling my neck. 1 more. Center, hold, sit up. Ball comes between the thighs, roll back down. All of a sudden I'm sweating. Arms to the side. We're gonna do a little can-can. So we're gonna go back to that twist from the sides. Squeeze the ball, twist 3 times. 2. Over here, you're gonna keep the legs out. And twist. 2, 3, kick the leg out. 2 more. Right, left, right, kick the leg. 1 more time. Left, right, left, kick the leg. Center, grab your thighs, roll up to seated. Yeah, we're cruising, right? Ball on the floor for swimming. Hands in the corners, legs in the corners. Can you hear me? I know my head's down. Sorry. Okay, so lift the head, lift the legs, you'll become buoyant. Again, place something under your pelvis if this bothers, if this position bothers you. Legs lift, arms lift, kick. Kicks arms and legs. Two more rounds. And relax. Child's pose. Round up to your knees. Side bends from your knees. Like I said, things get a little more challenging as you get into the end of the series. We're going to try boomerang today, which is a rollover. Okay, hold the ball. Take this leg away. Put the ball on the floor with your hand on top of it. This is not stable. Just, right? It's not stable. If you're like, no way am I putting my hand down there on the ball because it's not stable, then put your hand on the floor, okay? We're gonna do side abduction. All right? Find your stability. Really pull the shoulder blade down a little bit so you can really get your serratus going on the other side. Ready? This leg's gonna come up, up. 8 of these, 4, 5. Why do we use the ball? Well, that means you can't lean on it, right? Like you can on the floor. 1 more. Good, bring that knee in, pick the ball up, bring it over your head and go to the other side. Ball goes down, leg goes out. Contrology, Pilates used to be called contrology. Try not to slide off your bottom leg, right? So keep this leg bone right in the hip socket. Hand on the ball, exhale, squeeze the armpit, lift, up. 5, 6, 2 more, 7, and 8. Good. Lift the ball. Bring your knees back underneath you. Sit. lift. Squeeze your butt when you lift. So by squeezing your butt, it's going to stop your hips from going too far forward. I don't have that problem because I'm tight in the front of my hips. But if I activate back here, I can't push too far forward. If I don't, I can really push far forward. But by balancing out the glutes and the hip flexors, I get that nice alignment. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Use those glutes. Last two. Up. One more time. Up. And down. We're going to go into mermaid. These are the legs. One foot is in front of the other thigh. The other foot is behind you. You can tuck that foot in underneath if you want, or you can have it out to the side. Whatever feels better for you. Okay. I like it tucked underneath me. Arm here, over. And up. I want to drop this opposite hip as much as possible. Two more. One more time. Good, now we're going to pick the ball up and do it without hands on the floor. Over, whoa, lift. Reach that opposing hip into the floor. Three more, inhale. Exhale, come up. Inhale. One more time. Good, hand on the floor here. Just give me one side bend here. Good, hold the ball in your hands. Hold the ball in your hands. Take this leg out. Take this leg out. Go to this side, go to this side. Come here, ball. My room's very crooked, so it should make its way over here at some point. Here we go. Ball on the floor. Tuck your foot in the back however way you want. Just don't put this leg on top of this foot. It's right next to it. Drop this hip as best as you can, right? So you don't want it popping up. Here we go, over. Five of these. Much easier for me to keep this side of my hip down than on the other side. And center. Both arms. Side bend. Inhale. One more time. Over and back. Arms down. Okay. Let's try boomerang. Boomerang means your legs have to go over your head. What do you think, guys? Let's start with the ball under the hips. We'll do it that way first, and then we'll add in the boomerang part if we're thinking that's gonna work. Because we still have to do push-ups. Roll back. They save them to the end. I don't know why, but they do. All right, legs in the air. So option one is just to do this tiny roll here. Just that. Option two is see if you can get your legs to lift up, your hips to lift up and your legs to go. One more. You must breathe out. If you breathe in, you're just going to get all jammed up here. Feet down, ball away. Legs out, arms up. Roll up to seated. Good. So you get a bit of momentum with boomerang. So watch once and then we'll all do it together. You only have to do three. My hands are on the floor, but I use the floor to push away. My legs are totally stuck together. They're one leg. So as I start to tuck and curl back, my legs will just magically lift, right? Fingers crossed. Tuck and curl back. Push, open, cross, come to teaser, hold, drop your legs, bring your arms around, sit up, okay? If you just want to roll, do that, right? You don't have to do all that other stuff, okay? If you're doing it with me, let's go. We got 2 more. Breathe in, hands on the floor, legs are crossed, squeeze your legs together, tuck and curl, lift your legs, go. Switch, roll up to teaser, drop the legs, bring the arms up and around, circle, last time, sit up. Inhale, exhale, push to the floor, go. Open, close, lift, hold, legs down, circle, around, and up. Great. Push-ups. These are Pilates push-ups, which means your elbows go right alongside the rib cage. They do not go out to the sides. You can do them option on your knees, not at all, or on your feet. We got 2 sets. My first set I'm going to do on my knees, second set on my feet. We roll to standing in between. Hands on the floor. Walk the knees back so that you start in a somewhat of a push-up position. Really hug the rib cage, lower for 3. Doesn't matter how low you go. 2, 1. Good. Curl your toes, lift your hips. Walk back to your feet. Round up to standing. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. I'm going to do them for my feet this time. Walk away. Again, it doesn't matter how low you go. Here we go for 3. 1. Hips lift, walk back. Round up to standing. Good. Take a big breath in. Exhale down. One more time, inhale. And exhale, down. All done, yay! We went a little